to the Mr. Arsenal podcast for another Match of the Day live stream watch along where every Saturday, every week, we get together and we sit down and go over every game. Even if Arsenal aren't playing like this weekend, we're not playing on a Saturday, we get together, we still keep an eye on the teams in and around us and the other teams and make evaluations week by week on who's not good enough for this league, who's all right, and who could challenge for a title and who can't get Champions League football because they're crap and haven't improved in 12 months, etc., etc. And we have a laugh along the way. But on this channel, I'm brutally honest. When it comes to even my own team, but when it comes to that Match of the Day and all that, I'm brutally honest. So if your team, if your team is struggling for survival this season, I will be brutally honest from the get-go. Luton found that one out last week. And in terms of tonight, that will be any different in terms of teams supposedly meant to be winning the title this year. Yeah, okay, Man United. Okay, Man United. Yeah, winning the title. Anyway, we are literally a few minutes away from the program starting. As itself, we always go live as well on this before the actual program starts, so it gives you guys enough time to get in, settle in. Get TV on your end and interact your end and what your thoughts on every game and this, that, and the other. Be it poor defending or amazing attacking football, or just dull 0-0, which we haven't had so far. So far, being able to word. We've got Motd in the chat says evening thought match of the day is on Monday night. The main event of the weekend is on, club-wise. In terms of club-wise, the main event is on Monday night, 8 p.m. kickoff. The main event over the weekend itself, if you're going to take in as a whole, if it comes to football, is tomorrow morning, the World Cup final, which we will be covering. The stream is set up and ready to go. Here on the channel, we will be going live at 10:30 tomorrow morning, half hour before kickoff. Myself, Liam, and others will go live, and we'll be live together, and we'll be watching the game to the bitter end. We're hoping the girls bring home the World Cup. Oh dear. Was watching Serie A, Inter winning the Lombardi derby 2-0. Yeah, what is his name now? Striker we've been linked with years gone by. I think it's Martinez scores the 2 goals. Emerson's in the chat as well. Big up, Emerson. How you doing? Hope you had a good day. I'm ready for tomorrow. Auckland's in the chat. How are we doing? I haven't seen Mr. Bung for a couple of shows now, but hopefully he'll be popping in today at some point. That's it. Yeah. Come on, let's go tomorrow. Come on, girls. Come on. As I say, we'll be doing our live stream. I might even go live earlier than 10:30. I might even go live around 10. Might do a whole hour build up with the show. Let me know. Yeah. Double Flint. Yeah, I thought it was. When was it? 2-3 years ago? You were heavily links with him. Yeah. But yeah, you guys let me know in the chat as well if you want me to go live. If you want me to do a whole hour's build up for the World Cup final tomorrow, like go live at 10 o'clock as the team get unleashed as well. Do let me know, and I will do that instead. I will move things about in terms of the starting times and all that, and we'll do that instead. But that's down to you. How early do you want to get on a Sunday yourself? Me, it's not a problem. I'm just like, boom, I'm up. This whole World Cup, I've been like, boom, up. Most of these games, I've only missed like two or three games, and they came from the group stage, and it was like silly o'clock when obviously I was asleep and doing silly o'clock streams the day before, something like that, with Arsenal pre-season. But our first game on Match of the Day tonight is this one: Liverpool versus Bournemouth for some bizarre reason. And I say bizarre reason because there's a higher scoring game in Wolverhampton that happened. But for some reason, Liverpool is the first game on, and yeah, a lot of behind to say about this game. So we'll see how they Bournemouth adjusted themselves today at Anfield, and all the dramas and home debut red card, so we say. Right. I've got to say, I mean, yeah, I know it's only a couple of games into the season, but I'm impressed. I know they did lose today, but I'm impressed from what I'm seeing of the new Bournemouth manager. No Premier experience. What the hell happened there? Oh my god. Okay, that's surely that's got to count. No, they check. They're going to check, make sure. Oh, is it ball? Basically, long ball FC over the top. It's offside. I think it's offside. But what was? Who was that? I can't think who that was. Who tried playing the ball there. Couldn't see. The goal, the ball goes in the net. Ball 1-0 up, but the goal disallowed for an offside. It does look like he was offside, but obviously in the gameplay itself, oh my god, here we go again. Solanke. Oh no. Oh my goodness. What is going on? Why the Liverpool? People said, media-wise, football fans on YouTube, you name it, all said last season be a flash in the pan, Liverpool will be fine, they'll be back and competing for the title and all that. Defensively, they are woeful. I know they ain't got no CDMs right, but this is again, they're seeing the aging of this defensive side of the squad now. Mistakes are happening not just from the goalkeeper Becker, as we mentioned we saw before. Just complete carnage, no organisation, no communication with any of the back four that have been playing together for 6-7 years now. It was woeful. And then a fantastic well-taken goal for Bournemouth, though, the process. I've got to say that. All right, let's go back into the chat for a second. There we go. Alison, yeah, I'm all new in disguise. Just a tad, yeah. Colin's in the chat. In for a while, Colin. How you doing? I'm doing well, actually. Looking forward to tomorrow's World Cup final. What's he gonna do? Like, messing about. Alison's fucking about. He fucks up. He's out. Come on. He should have been done. He had no intention for the ball there, Alison. Fuck's sake. Got lucky there. So I'm sorry. You got extremely lucky. Well, this is cool. So looks like a couple of Liverpool fans walking around the cop end with the with an Everton flag with the Everton thing on it. Burst in peace to I'm assuming some young lad that's passed away in the last week, obviously. As a community, as a community of Liverpool and all that, and that area in general, they're putting their rivalries aside. That was poor. Easy for Diaz when it fell to him. You knew it fell to him, like it did. That there's only one outcome there. That's more luck than anything. 27 for Bournemouth, fucking up twice. 25, sorry. And his second fuck up was he goes in, literally goes, lunges, deflects off him and falls perfectly then for Luis Diaz. Yeah, that was a nice touch considering they're meant to be rivals. They do come together as a community, both clubs when things happen like that. Oh, come on. How's that a pen? Even I'm watching it now and I can see he just jumps up in the air and literally throws himself to the floor. Hoping Arteta doesn't go mad scientist on Monday. Cannot lie. I'm becoming very concerned. I don't think he will. That's not a pen. Fucking what a joke. Again, VAR and all that, and because he's Liverpool, can't not give it. Here comes Salah. Straight down Neto straight pretty much. Good save from Neto, but then it gets a rebound there, tapped in from like 2 yards out. Jesus Christ, that's not a pen though. That should never have been a pen. The guy literally, I can't believe to pronounce his name, but Salavisio, whatever you pronounce his fucking name, literally just jumps in the air and throws himself to the floor. and gets a penalty. And the whole again, VAR, they check all this shit, right? But yeah, exactly. He said they check all this, and they would have seen that as well in slow mo, this, that, and the other, close up, and they still go, "Yeah, that's the penalty. Well done, ref. Well done, mate. Good call." What a joke. So at the end of the day, look, they can change the rules every season to make it look like they're doing their bit to make things better for everyone. But when they're not applying the rules and they're not applying common sense and the things like this that happen there, and you still go ahead and give a penalty, you're still going to get criticised, and rightly so. Liverpool checking the cop in now. Yotta, no, good block. Oh, bloody hell. Fucking hell, this ref is letting a lot go when it comes to bloody Liverpool. Here we go, this is a red. McAllister, yeah, straight red. He's looking surprised. But again, from I've watched it as he play up to no replay so far. He can't be surprised. I'm sorry. He goes in, studs up. It's gone in, studs up, and took the guy's ankle. And he's going, doesn't win the ball. The ball is gone. The ball's gone, and he studs up, and he studs go straight into the player's pretty much lower ankle, just above his ankle there. He can't complain. I'm sorry. They even dare appeal that. God help him. So that's him out for next week. Old McAllister. I think it's only one game ban. Oh my God, that was poor from Neto. What was Neto doing? Why did they keep this guy? Why did they genuinely? Why did they keep Neto in the summer? Why didn't they not go and get a better goalkeeper? Because I got well, there's a deflection, yeah, but the deflection takes a sting out of the ball, out of the shot there, so it doesn't. So it's not a. He should be able to catch it. Basically, got a hold on it. Get his hands on it properly. He just palms it out, and then Jota just going, "Boom, thank you very much." That's poor. I'm sorry. Yeah, now I think as I say, I think it is a one-match ban for a straight red and a straight red. So I don't. Or is it 3-match ban because it's straight red? Is it one match with double yellow? Is it one match ban for a double yellow and a 3-match for a straight red? If that's the case, they've got no midfield basically. Pretty much. Way. Dirty Leeds play against sent off. Random. Dirty. Wrong league, but yeah. The fan died whilst looking on. Oh, this is the guy that passed away on the site, wasn't it? Oh, that's the one that they're clapping for. The fan died whilst working on the new stadium this week. That not sure his injuries. Yeah, that was in the news. I was told about this early in the week. I think that's the name though, but that's who it's for. And that's even better that they've done what they've done today. Then I'm sorry, Liverpool look for. This is Bournemouth, for God's sake. No disrespect to Bournemouth here. Again, I know it's highlight form. I was referring to McAllister. I was going to say, do you play for Leeds? I didn't know that. Either way, Dirty Leeds. It's a Dirty Leeds challenge anyway. Sorry, Tom. If you're old enough to know the Dirty Leeds ways, you know. Oh dear. Well, that's bad. And if you got it, it's referred to McAllister. That's not a good thing. Thank you, Tom. Oh dear. Again, I know this is all highlight form and all that, but every time, of course he's complaining. Why would he? Why does he never complain, Klopp, about a time it goes against him or his team? For God's sake, it's a red. End of the day, the guy's going for a challenge. He's booted up, studs are showing, full studs, and he's no intention of the ball. The ball's gone anyway, but there's no intention to go for the ball, and he took the player's leg. No, it's a booking at worst. if that is Klopp just said on BBC. The joke. But as a before, we touched on myself there. Literally, in terms of again going by highlight format, but every time Bournemouth seem to want to attack, like last week, Liverpool look vulnerable. They don't. Again, they need more. Whoever this Endo is, I've never heard of Endo. I'll be honest. But whoever he is, they need more than just him. And fancy buying a CDM and then not starting him. I know it's Bournemouth, but for fuck's sake. But when he does come on, you still look vulnerable when they attack you. This is Bournemouth. Wait till the tough opposition comes your way. That could be interesting. I think Liverpool got Newcastle next, so that's be fun, isn't it? Emma McAllister, one CDM, you could get injured during the week, you never know. Liverpool's still going to get third. I don't know. They've got a week and a half. What, a week and a half left of the window? What day? The 19th, yeah? Week and a half left of the transfer window. They need to go and get another CD, at least another CDM. Otherwise, putting anything on that Endo lad, who's 30 by the way, isn't going to end well for them. They will, especially with Europa League football, the Friday Sunday effect. He will get barked. Anyone says that Harvey Elliott or that lot, I'm gonna slap him as well. Klopp is deluded. What's he smoking there? Saying that is yeah, exactly, really, exactly. But notice though that if that was a challenge against one of his players, the exact same thing happened to one of his players there, and nothing had happened, he'll be in the press conference or afterwards. Fucking referees are disgrace. How's that not a red card? Absolute moron. Tom saying Man City, Newcastle, Liverpool, and Arsenal for the top four. Spurs to get fifth, which could be dead. Could be giving them Champions League football, by the way. Chelsea, may not even there. I'm not surprised you are these fans. So, going by what I've seen for the last two games, I can't actually go against. I can't argue against it. Really, the first two games this season already, performance-wise, and then spoilers alert. I don't know. I think Arsenal get top three. I think we get top two. I'm being honest. With Newcastle, it's more Liverpool. It's the Sunday Thursday thing. Plus, they need more than they need to go in the market even more in this last week and a half of the window. If they don't, they're not getting top. They ain't getting top four, let alone top three. That's not a pen. That's the biggest dive in the world. And I've seen my fair share of players diving over the years. That is a dive. He makes Mane's dive against Leicester a couple of years ago look fucking genuine. Spurs will be more enterprising now. They don't have bottleneck up top. You say that they've got fucking the pigeon. He can't score in this new attacking style of play. 2 games in. Oh, shut up, Shearer. Basically, Shearer's kissed Klopp's ass, basically. But I didn't lose the leads there. Okay, no worries, Troy. Oh, here we go. This is a game that should have been first up. Wolverhampton Wanderers versus Brighton and Hove Albion. There we go. You haven't placed it. Oh dear. as I say, as it at this moment in time with the players they've got and how they're playing so far, Liverpool, I can't see them getting top four, let alone top three. I don't see us being lower than second. The lowest we could, I think, we'll possibly reach third. The lowest, at worst case scenario. Touch wood. Obviously, you've got City up there. Newcastle's could be an interesting one, depending on, that's more dependent on how they cope with the European football, Champions League to the Tuesday, Wednesday thing to the weekend side of things. Once that gets underway, depending on their group, because obviously you've got to remember Newcastle, because of not being in European football in general for so long, they're in top three, I believe they are, in the Champions League. What's that? That was offside. That was way offside. Can't believe he's still there, that lad. Jesus Christ, I remember they signed a few years back, the year before COVID. No, got to say now. So yeah, in terms of Newcastle, that was it. Yeah, so they're going to they're in top three. That's been Thomas. Thomas has scored for Brighton. Typical Matoma goal as well. And yeah, going home to celebrate the Brighton fans. Bloody hell. But yeah, Newcastle. In terms of Newcastle, it's more the players adapting to European football in general, but Champions League, Premier League, Champions League, Premier League, and also match fitness along the way in terms of no injuries and all that. If they can adapt to that they can show their adaptation. They don't get because of their seat where they're going to be in pot three. If they don't get a terrible team from pot one and pot two together in their group, that'll make it easier for them. But they get like the most difficult group they could possibly dream of. That's where problems might come into things, because they can't do the rotation like they probably would want to. Things like that. I don't think Newcastle will be top four again, don't get me wrong, but in terms of where, again, I wouldn't like to guess. Wasn't looking too bad. Again, it's just the end product. Like it was on Monday of all. It's his own at 1-0 at this point in time on the final. But this is literally just end products again. Not done well with Shoot. Good save from Jose Sarr, Matoma, and there you go. Instantly got the assist for the first goal. Scores a second. It's a vice versa. Both players teaming up again. Role in reverse. I'm going to assist you for this goal, and you're going to score it. Only powerful kicks with studs out deserve a red. Nothing to do with studs and the guy kicking his leg full speed into studs. I think that's Shearer's mug, yeah. That's what I'm saying. I was like, oh, shut up, Shearer. Kissing fucking club's ass. If he misses 3 games because of that, it's a disgrace. Fuck off. Rules are the rules. He's gone in studs up, full studs. Not even half the boot. It's the full boot with all the studs showing into at full force into a player's leg. Okay, Wolves defensively now all over the place. After me praising them at 1-0 going into half time, they've obviously going into the second half and they just fell apart. And just getting completely exposed. This is a long, long way away from days where under Nuno Espirito Santo, where they were so organised under his tutelage defensively, and they could still score a goal at front. They're so far away from that now. It is mental how Wolves have just fallen off like they have since COVID. Oh my God. Oh, the defence just gets worse and worse. How can you go? How do you go from going away from home, match day one, to Manchester United, putting that sort of performance that they put in, where they did, to be honest, me and Sam said at the time, they deserve something out of that game. They basically how they were robbed with bad refereeing decisions at the end. How do you go from that performance though, looking so good, buying the end products, to your next game was at home, your first home game of the new season, you're getting battered by, all due respect, Brighton 4-0 comfortably. Like defensively, you're all over the place. You weren't in the organisation you showed in the previous games, not there. And just again, the only thing that's been consistent in this game, like the first game for Wolves, is the lacking of clinical, if anything clinical in the final third. I mean, just there, literally, I think in the post, hitting the crossbar, everything but fucking net. Well, there's a Hwang scored. So Saliba with the assist there for Wolves, but it's a set piece FC. He's that was poor defending. That's poor defending in general from Brighton. I mean, he's from so many aspects. Obviously, goal scorers literally there, sending the penalty area on his own. Just gone and guided it into the goal. Fabio was terrible, isn't he? Yeah, he would get in your leads. He would get in your leads team. That's the scary thing, though, Tom. But no, all jokes aside, the lad, with all due respect, he's terrible. You could tell when they signed him. Again, he was not, was it, just turned 19, something like that when they signed him. So it's hard to say it then, but come on, this is what 3 or 4 years down the line now, and he's not showing any improvement. I think he had a little niggle injury during the COVID season. We took him out for a while, but apart from that, you want to see some improvement, surely, from the player, injuries or not. Tom, I've got home cooked chicken strips and oven chip prepared for your show. Going to wall, smacks off a paper bag under the table delay. Yep. Lesson about that today. Apparently, Wolves have an obligation to sign Portuguese players. Well, yeah, that and the fucking managers. Most of the managers they've had since his ownership came along have been Portuguese. As you say, most of the players Portuguese, either proven or unproven. A bit scrappy here. What's going on here? And you got Mateus Nunez has been sent off for what? What exactly did he do? Okay, that is a bookable offence. I'm sorry. You can't shove someone over the goalkeeper. Well, he basically goes up to Webster, shoves him over, and then starts bitching like, "What the fuck? What the fuck? Get up, get up!" You just shot him in the back. Wolves played very well opening game versus United. They were robbed and lacking someone who can finish. Yeah, exactly. But that's my point. How do they go from that performance to this today? It's baffling in one sense. Like you can just, in terms of the defensive outside of things, you can be so good defensively against Man United away and come so close. And the only thing we can criticise them was because of the lack of threat going forward in terms of end product, having there to tap it in. You go from that, and then literally today it's just all over the place. Like defence, literally leaky FC, every goal has been avoidable. It's like relegation defending, basically. And again, what we mentioned about the final third going forward, you can mention that again. You add that to the equation. It was just an all-round poor performance, and it's their first home game. I know Brighton. Don't get me wrong. We all know Brighton are a decent team, but show some fight. At least don't make it too easy like you just did there. Tom, Wolves keeper got away with punching the Leeds player on a cross at Aaron Rowe last season. F them. Bitter and twisted. Tom doesn't hold a grudge, does he? No, not at all. Not at all. Russ is in the chat. How you doing, Russ? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're ready for the festivities. But no, the drama that's going to unfold on Monday night. Are you ready for that? And possibly tomorrow we are. If England do their bit, the girls do their bit tomorrow. Wolves either show some fight last week or United are really that bad. Well, going by what I saw today, and then obviously you add this to the equation. I think it might have been the latter by the looks of it, but obviously time will tell on it, both sides of that. But as I said, me and Sam were saying on Monday back into the podcast, like considering Wolves are one of the favourites to go down this season, with everything that's going on off the pitch as well. That didn't do too bad. Okay, got to go and get yourself a striker, and you might be into put that ball in the net, do that, be golden sort of thing. And then today comes along, there's just completely capitulated from the get go. I did not very good versus Spurs today. No, both. To be honest, but in the first half, both teams looked crap. In the first half, United fell off a cliff. Second half, even more. It made Tottenham look amazing, and Tottenham just took advantage of how poor United actually are. Exactly, Tom. Exactly. I get what you're saying. I'm just saying that this is match day 2 of the season. As I say, it's all well and good turning up for Wolves against Man United. So Wolves. The thing is, another thing that would have been even more frustrating for Wolves fans today as well is if Wolves had got something out of Old Trafford on Monday, be it a draw or a win, and then done that today, still, it would have been carnage even more. It'd be carnage to the extent because of the performance they put in, but even worse if they got the result. Talking of Spuds and United, here we go. Get this bullshit out of the way. Watch all the Spuds come flying in now. This is the third game up. Yeah. By the way, guys, if you haven't already, do smash that like button. Do subscribe if you are new to the channel, and do obviously share a link to the stream as well on all social media platforms, be it Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp groups, etc., etc. It does massively help the channel. The more you guys share and all that, the more it helps the channel, as I say. Mason Mount is rubbish. Yep, I said you'd want to make one decent season under Lampard. The first time under Lampard, anyway. All them years ago, the media and everyone else. What a player! What a player! Kissed his ass. You name it. And now it's just like, yeah. Just the fact that the top bowlers managed to get 70 mil they got for him in the summer window is mental when you look at it now. Absolutely mental. Just put it on mute and go and do some video. Just put it on mute. Don't turn it off. Put it on mute. Go to the kitchen. Put the kettle on. Do yourself a cup of tea or something. By the time you've done your tea, brewed it off, had it and all that, had a little snack, this bullshit will be over. Spurs manager looks like a father-in-law. Mediocre used car salesman. Jesus Christ. Oh dear. Turns up in the old polos, doesn't he? Not buying a used Volvo from him. Christ. I'm going to quite enjoy this match this time. I wonder why. At half time, this is again at half time, this was like the perfect scoreline, 0-0. Neither team really creating any opportunities at either end. There was the penalty shout. It'd be interesting if this sort of cover it, by the way, but there was a penalty shout for United. But apart from that, it's just like both teams are sort of holding back to an extent, not really going for it, and then yeah. I mean, this is it? Yeah, sorry. How is this not a penalty, by the way? How is running like this? Put this arm up. Running like this with the arms up, both sides like this. How's that natural? Running like that, ball hits there and goes deflects off for a corner. How's running like that towards the ball natural? Tell me, please. Inform me how that's natural. It was a good 5-6+ yards away as well. Woods and gets right on top, like 1 yard out, bang. Fucking Nano was lucky there. There's basically dove across the goal and hit his chest. Jesus Christ. After tonight, I'll be honest, I did have a Nano in my FPL on my subs bench. No longer is that the case. I've got rid of him and brought in Martinez onto my bench. Fuck me, how did he miss out? Oh my god, man. Bruno Fernandes literally on his own, no one around it. All he does do is literally just guide the ball into the goal, towards goal. And he's like 50 pence fucking head, boom, into Rose's head. Interesting thing is, Tom, Tom is going for that Ten Hag haircut. I mean, the warning signs are there. I was seeing it at the second half now. The warning signs of what was about to happen of Tottenham winning this game was there. Sorry, end of the first half, sorry. The signs were there, and Luke Shaw almost scored an angle, hit the post, came back out, bounces all over the place, hits the crossbar, bounces all over the place again, and eventually gets cleared. So the warning signs are there for United, and they just think, fuck it, we'll put the handbrake on even more. Oh, VAR did well there. Of course he did. And that's just poor. I mean, come on, defending is that. Ball watching FC defending, and that lot score. Fantastic. And Pape Sarr scoring his first ever goal for them, not down the road. Even Casemiro, Casemiro was the nearest player to the goal scorer there, and he was literally just ball watching. Who scored for Spurs? Jean-Pierre Papy. Yep, that's the one. And he hits the post, of course it did. Of course it did. I think someone said on Twitter during the game as well about Anthony himself. That kid cost Manchester United over £100 million in our sterling. That's sinking. Arsenal get criticised for spending over £100 million on a Premier League proven DM. Man United doesn't get criticised though for spending over £100 million on an unproven attacking player who just starts spinning around and showing off basically. He can't hit a barn door if you put it in front of him basically. I've been a blast from the past. Yeah, exactly. That's my point. Yeah, we're being criticised all summer pretty much by media and rival fans, i.e., Boovy the twat. Oh, £100 million. In what world does £100 million get you Declan Rice? Fucking £100 million get fucking Anthony. So we've got a fucking bargain here because Declan Rice is 7-8 years of Premier League proven quality to his name. He's just won a European, not the European Cup or the Europa League, but it's a European Cup for fuck's sake. But no. Oh, he's English. He's English as well, so he knows the league. He knows some of our team as well. He's London as well. His favourite place. But no. When it comes to fidget spinner FC, that's okay. That's because it's Manchester United. Remember, the Red Pitch podcast says Pepe did more for us than I've seen. Exactly. When people look, if you look back over Pepe's stats actually over the time he's been with us in terms of actually played in the Arsenal squad, respectively. First year wasn't for his first season, wasn't considering all the anarchy that was going off that season with obviously United fuck me, Unai Emery, and then obviously Lundberg into Arteta era starting and all that. His stats weren't that bad actually. And I remember watching the FA Cup final back in the August of that year, August 2020. Fuck me, Martinez is shit. Jesus Christ! I mean, the fact that fucking Davies scuffed the shot and it hit off Martinez and went in, that says it all. It was going wide into it, scuffed off Martinez. Oh, Jesus Christ! But yeah, Pepe's first season, the stats weren't bad. Second season, they were again. That's pretty much matched from the full matched, if not just slightly better than the previous season. Sorry, because that was behind closed doors. But obviously, yeah, it is what it is. What happened there was what happened. Basically, just didn't work for him, sadly. Even in his third season with us, didn't get many minutes, but when he did play, he was either providing goals or he was actually providing the assist for goals and getting involved. His goal creation isn't that bad actually. Goal involvement, sorry, was not that bad at all. But a fidget spinner apparently is better. They paid £1 for every step over. Jesus Christ! Oh dear me. Yeah, but you deserve to be criticised, as I'm tired of my team catching the heat. I don't even know that was aimed at, but okay. Georgiev, Jesus Christ, that's a name. That's going back a few years. Scored. Jesus Christ, that's going back a few years. Pepe, another blast on the past. How's he still here? Obviously, Arteta doesn't want him now, but obviously, I think what's gone against him in terms of trying to get rid of him now, full time wise, as he's now into his last year of his contract. Clearly, Mikel doesn't want nothing to do with him anymore. But the fact that obviously the majority of his loan spell last year, he spent injured. So, and even when he did, at the start of it, it wasn't showing the form of his Neil days, put it that way. In the just as he's starting to get some sort of form, he got this injury and obviously never played after that. So yeah. So now everyone's put off basically. Even the Saudis don't bloody want to make a bid so far. Say that and probably might come in. They might come in last minute. You don't know. Again, it's a shame because he's a decent player. There's a player there. He's just wrong time, wrong place, and when he's coming to be the right winger of the club, and then obviously because things aren't going the way he was hoping, a youth academy prospect comes along and takes his place. Doesn't bode well for him on many aspects. Barry Davis scored. I thought he was getting strength. Man United get we had the highest XG trophy. Fucking yeah, okay. They can have it. Doesn't mean anything, but yeah. Surely the Saudi does it as wrong for Pepe and Cedric. Like I said, he might come in last minute for the likes of Cedric and Nicholas. Big game for Sam's mate Basuma. Really, he's pissing himself. I love his little blue beard in his hair. Blue beads, he says. Oh, Basuma. So what the fuck are you on about now? Get up with my, you twat. What a joke. I will say this when I've got a chance. To all their Man United fans on their, Man United podcast and little Man United YouTube channels that did their season predictions, their Premier League predictions before the season started, and put Arsenal on eighth and all that, having a little laugh at our expense, even though we've got no reason to, other than you're just doing it for clicks. And put yourselves, and I'm really going for Adam McCona actually here, putting yourself top of the league after by May, thinking you're going to win the league. Yeah, what you saying now, motherfuckers? Come at me now. Come on. Explain yourselves now. I will fucking end you all. And the longer this goes on for you lot, the worse I'm gonna get. I just hate Man. I hate Man United. I'm the old school. Again, when it comes to old school, in terms of an Arsenal fan, I'm of the old generation of that Wenger, Fergie year, and I just hate United. At any expense, I can see them out. I enjoy it even more. And people have got Arsenal fan base, and they've gone, there's fucking idiots in our fan base even still now. Jesus Christ, the Man United fans are entitled. There we go. The most boring game in the world's up next. There we go. Yeah, we get the one goal for the here, and the next game up, I know it's got 3 goals in it, so makes sense of that. I'm the same one. I hate them more than Spuds. Exactly. The hatred for the Spuds is more of that noisy neighbour don't know their place basically. It's all a carbon copy of us, but a failure of that basically. And even when they have a little bit of success in terms of performance-wise above us for a bit, they're not actually winning anything. And then we just go, worse times. Hi, here's an FA Cup a few times. That's it. There's just that annoyance of that annoying neighbour, basically. United's actual genuine rivalry that's been built up over years gone by. James Maddison left the ground on crutches, did he? I didn't see him go off injured or nothing. Is that actually true? Let's see that. Don't know how good the sources are, but the latest news, we are after Mendy at Real Madrid. As long as it's that Mendy, not fucking formerly of Man City, we're cool. Since Timber's out for most of the season, Timber's out for the season. Let's be honest. With it being an ACL, he's got to have surgery ASAP. Then it's the whole recovery of the ACL, no matter how little the damage may be ACL wise. He's going to be out pretty much. We'll be lucky. We'll be lucky if he's back. If he's back late April, early May. We'll be lucky. I feel so gutted. I'm so gutted for him because since he's come to us, he looked the business. He's slotted in seamlessly. Literally a few minutes ago, announced on Sky Sports. Okay, I'll check that out later. But Madison's so mediocre, but he's going to look, because of fucking how poor Tottenham are, their squad, he's going to look above and beyond anything else, basically. Imagine if he fucking Kane had stayed put. I wonder if Newcastle's lost. Oh my god, what a goal. Alvarez had a goal as well. I'll be honest, I didn't do the watch on for this. I didn't even watch this in the end because I literally, it's like, But if I did the watch something, I would have had like half hour's respite and then go again, sort of thing. But no, I've got to do a gap early tomorrow for the World Cup final as well. So it's like, fucking hell. I mean, good assist from Foden as well. What an assist from Foden. But where is defending Newcastle wise? Jesus Christ, no one's marking Foden. Oh, look, now it means doesn't it, Pep, you twat? And then Alvarez just hits it. No one around him. No one even goes Alvarez down at all. Means Cat Lady will be cutting Eddie another check for players. Possible. We know at some point they're gonna they're gonna just decide, you know what, enough's enough, and they are going to do what Man City did to get them to this point. And when they do, when they start do it, fucking even Man City won't be able to keep up. Bloody hell. Newcastle are still building another season or so. They are doing well. I hate to say they are. Let's not get it twisted. They are doing well. They are doing well. What was last season? Last season was the first full season under the new ownership, and they got top 4. It's all what they called us neutrals going, because of what they went through under Mark Ashley. Fantastic for them, well done, da 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 da. But look, in the long run, that's possibly the worst thing that could have happened last year. We've all been honest, as a neutral here, as rivals going forward, is that Newcastle did what they did last year in terms of getting the full spot, getting that cup final. Because now they've got the hunger in terms of cups wise. They've got the hunger to right the wrongs of last season. In terms of top 4, they've got that taste. This club now, the fans, the club itself, the players, etc. They're going to get the taste of European Champions League football. This ain't going to be a sort of Leicester thing, one-off flash in the pan and then disappear again. And then just, as I say, they're going to kick on. The signings like fucking Anthony Gordon or a finger of the past out is going to be bringing in European big names, proven names that know the league, that know Champions League football inside out, basically. Jim Carrey's in the chat apparently. Says hi, how's things? Well, Jim, fantastic. Say Jim Carrey, obviously, if you know. But all good, dear. How about you? Basically, Madison's a good place. He's all right. He's not well beaten. He performed well on the shit Leicester team. I'll give him that. Newcastle solid defensively. It's all but it's all well and good. That's what Eddie Howe does. Again, there's all due respect. This is what Eddie Howe teams are. Defensively, that's the first thing he works on. Even at Bournemouth was, even with the budget they had at Bournemouth, getting a somewhat solid defence and building from that. So there's a reason why defensively they look more solid than they did under their previous ownership and management before him. But it's all well and good doing that if you ain't if you're not gonna sort out your midfield and attack to link up and play the throwing football to get you the goals to outweigh what you're conceding and all that. It's all well and good doing all this, beating the teams you should be beating. We can't even get a result away to Man City still in what's going to be two anniversaries, 2 months' time since the owners came along. Like these owners came along and bought Newcastle. And they still haven't beaten Man City at the Etihad. And the actual Newcastle's record at the Etihad is piss poor. They've never won at the Etihad. And today was a chance to somewhat end that, and they decided, actually, you know what, we'll just beat the crap out of Man City instead. But not actually trying to lay an actual glove on them in terms of testing their defence by the looks of it. Again, when you consider the boost that Newcastle should have been getting going into this game with De Bruyne being out injured, is now out, injured until whenever. the boost you'd get from that, knowing that Haaland needs De Bruyne basically. Without De Bruyne, Haaland doesn't get half the service he would get normally. And it's just they didn't bother today to an extent. They just didn't bother. It's just like go for the motions. Do somewhat better than what they did last time, basically back in the last season, and not concede more than 2 goals or whatever. Don't get thumped, basically. They didn't get thumped in terms of the scoreline, but on another day, Man City walk away with this. They come through scoreline wise. If Haaland had been more clinical, if Foden had took a few chances, etc., etc. But look, over the course of the game, it was all Man City. Apart from a brief 10-15, it was all Man City. I don't mind Newcastle. Would have seen them in top 4 rather than United, Liverpool, Chelsea. I get what you're trying to say, but in the long run, it's going to come at a cost. As I say, they've now got the taste of not just top 4 itself, but they're going to get the taste of Champions League football in a few weeks' time. That's not a good thing for us. The likes of us, it ain't good. Even Man City to an extent, because the Saudis outweigh what the Man City can do massively. And they don't have that taste for moving up the table and compete and looking to compete domestically, but also the taste of Champions League football coming. They ain't going to want to do less than go, one season wonder, disappear again into the abyss. The pressure's on Eddie this season to get them back into to keep them top 4 and win a trophy. I suspect your opinion might change, Eddie, if Newcastle get in top 4 and you don't. I think we're in top. I think Arsenal get top 4 this season. Going forward, I'm seeing already from the likes of United and Chelsea and Liverpool. And again, Chelsea. The thing is, Chelsea, with the money they're spending, they should be in top 4 comfortably. Like they should be challenging for the. If anything, they should be challenging for the title. They won't challenge for that because they're not ready yet in terms of the gel, still in the team and all that. But the money they spent, they should be competing at least more than us. But it is what it is. Liverpool won't get top 4 unless they go and get a DM at the very least. No, another DM. They're not getting top 4. They are struggling as it is. We're 2 games in and they're struggling. It's going to be even worse when they've got to do Sunday, the Thursday, Sunday bullshit. I thought that team looked good today. Hate to say it, but Aaron might have a team kicking up, getting early doors and all that. Yeah, it's just Man United just started again the second year in a row now. Man United just started off poor. So again, not much to read into. If you don't want to read into it, look at Tottenham last week, and now they should have lost last week against Brentford. And again, don't be wrong, they had spells last week where they looked, painful to say, good, but it's a big but. Again, it's early doors. Once the games come thick and fast, and they've got to play they've got to go up against decent opposition. That's when you're going to know what this thing's made of. Going away to the likes of us a few weeks' time, Man Cities of this world, the Stamford Bridge even, Newcastle, St James's Park, going to them places, Aston Villa, and getting the performance and results to match. when they're playing them sort of teams, they're doing it. Then you can say, you know what, going forward, yeah. Aside from that, it is what it is. Until then, I'm not going to get too carried away or too worried about it at the moment. Man City scored, I saw 48-7 goals in 15 home games. Yeah. Yep, next game up. Here we go. Here we go. The last game we're going to show off today, today's set of games, Fulham versus Brentford, the West London derby. You know what? Again, it's two games in now. I am worried for Fulham. After all the good they did last year, people say second season. I don't think it's anything to do second season syndrome. I think the fact they've had to deal with in the whole Mitrovic situation in terms of him being distracted and then swayed to go elsewhere in Saudi Arabia. And then apart from Jimenez, they had to put Jimenez in, looks like to replace him, but he ain't getting you the goals. This ain't the Jimenez from 3 or 4 years prior to his head injury, basically. So unless Fulham go out and get an actual goal scoring striker, they need to find a way of getting goals from elsewhere, basically, put it that way. I don't want them to go down, but I'm worried for them. This could be a long season for them compared to last year, with it. Majority it was a good one for them, obviously. We've got Gary in the chat. Hello, Gary. How you doing? How about McAllister's red card today? Saw a few changes in the City Newcastle game that could have been theirs based on that earlier call. Bruno and Anthony Gordon had some questionable tackles. But otherwise, in terms of obviously that particular incident with McAllister, I think it's a red. I think it was a good call from the ref for the reason of when McAllister's going in, his foot is flat up in the air like that, studs showing, he's no intention for the ball, because as the ball goes, doesn't move his boot away, so it goes straight through and makes contact with the player's leg. No intention to pull away or nothing, so it's a straight red. Like it or not, it is what it is. But in terms of what you say, mentioning other incidents throughout the day, in other games, that's where the lack. Yes, again, two games in the same study, the lack of consistency with these referees is showing up again already. Headed to dinner with my family. Have a good night. We will have a good evening yourself, my friend. It's 1-0 already to Brentford. Wesley with the goal. I like that kid. I've got to say, I do like that Brentford kid, actually. What the hell was Diop doing there? Completely fucked that up the arse there. I don't know who he was trying to pass it to, Ream or Leno. I don't know who he was trying to pass it there, but he completely screwed up there, Diop. And just gave basically on a play went, there you go. Oh, fuck. Okay, no. It was 1-0, easy goal. But yeah, I can't have a go at Leno because he's come out to get the ball, but the pass to him was so crap. It was nowhere near him. Oh, you got to laugh. Oh, sim room's been booked. This is why I said earlier, when Gary mentioned, I don't know if he's seen in the chat, when Gary mentioned on his channel that a Fulham player had been sent off, and I saw who had been sent off, I was like, Gary, you want to tell me who that player was? Just for, again, for anyone that doesn't know, back in the World Cup last year, when USA played Wales, Tim Min gave away a penalty to Wales to allow them to get a point out of that game. And he went, even though it was Tim Min that made a mistake, oh my God, he went full heel turn on Liam's ass, basically. Jordan Lee, like, I hope you're happy now. Da, 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 da. So this is what I wanted him to mention. Tim Beam again, have flashbacks of last year's World Cup, basically. So sorry, Gary, but harsh as it might sound, I just wanted to see you have a complete meltdown again and see who you heel turn on that one. What do you expect from a dirty face? Gary, I've already said hello to you. I did acknowledge your previous comment, but yeah. Yeah, there he's off. He's off. Tim Room's like, what the fuck? But he's off. And from here on in, soft put to give away though. And Leonard just stood on the spot. Okay, now thank God we got rid of him. It's going to be a long season for them, I think. Very long season, unless they're going to get a goal scorer. I think the whole Mitrovic thing has completely disrupted the what Silva's done. That and the fact that even at one point Silva's name was being mentioned to Saudi Arabia. I think that's them two things have completely disrupted the whole fucking flow of things. The fuck is he doing, Jimenez? Oh dear. I'm going to West Ham versus Chelsea tomorrow. They have a fan zone for the England game. Okay, that's cool. Hope you enjoyed the game. And obviously, I'll be doing a watch song for that game as well. In terms of the England versus Spain versus Australia World Cup final, I'll be doing a watch song for that tomorrow morning. Either, as I said, again, you guys need to let me know. Do you want me to start an hour before kickoff or the usual half hour before kickoff? So 10 o'clock or half 10. Again, defensively, woeful. I mean, Leno, fucking A, man. Brentford at their very best there. I don't want for them to struggle. By the way, I'd like to see for them to stay up, like be around the mid tables or doing what they did last season. Sorry, I think there's so many distractions that are putting an end to that sort of thing. They're going to make it a very difficult season for them, sadly. Mine using the phrase all term. BX in the chat says World Cup final is 5 a.m. your time. Yeah, your time it's 5 a.m. It's 11 a.m. kickoff here in the UK. You got to remember we're ahead of you as well, time wise. But I'm saying in terms of me going live, do you want me to go live at 10 a.m. or half 10 in the morning UK time? I mean, I heard your comments on Reed. Yeah, he's poor. I just wanted you. When you mentioned it earlier in your show, okay, and I looked at my monitor screen and I was like, it comes up who got sent off for Fulham. I was like, any chance you can mention the name, Gary? Any chance at all? Just because I want you to have flashbacks of the World Cup, that's all. Yeah. And in fact, Fulham technically own a professional wrestling company. Doesn't surprise me, to be honest. Half 10. Okay, cool. Half 10. Half hour before kickoff. Ed says keep it as it is. Okay. Oh dear. Cooking out 10 rooms all over the place. Jesus Christ. Literally giving a penalty away. Literally, let's focus on when we gave the penalty away. And literally, he's like, but literally goes around in a circle and just runs full speed into an attacker there. Fucking idiot. I'll probably be getting off work at 3 a.m., so I'll probably stay up. That's fair enough. That's cool. And so hopefully the girls do bring it home, do something the men failed to do since '66. that team won today with Kane. They still suck. That's the thing. That is the reason they won today. It's because the opposition was so crap again. I mean, when I say crap, I mean they were crap. United. Kane goal and assist in his league debut last night, yeah. But yeah, that team. As I said already, Gary, once I'll assess Tottenham in terms of should we be worried about them, or in general what their ambitions should be for the season once they play decent opposition that's gonna give them a game like Brentford did last week. Once I say consistently wise, they're playing decent opposition and how they go about things. I'll then reassess it all. At the moment, I'm not getting carried away. Forest have no shirt sponsor again. Last season, start of the season, no shirt sponsor. Then out of nowhere, they got one. And that's 6 months later, that's now gone. They're back to a no sponsored shirt again. But they're back wearing Adidas, with Adidas making their kits, though. This is always a good thing. There we go. Last night's game wasn't on TV at all, which has annoyed me actually because they moved this game to last Friday night. Yeah, so you think Sky would pick it up as a one-off Friday night special thing, sort of thing again. Weren't scheduled to have it, but we'll take it anyway. Nope. Bastards. We've been called defeating bastards. Fucking that was the easiest goal for fucking Awawi to score there for Forest. The defender, it should be like the defender didn't just stood there between by his side basically, just jumped, but he just said, oh, thank you very much, boom. I still can't bring myself to watch the EFL highlights on RTV4. Watch them on RTV1 in the morning. Set up the recording on it, watch it on RTV1 in the morning before the World Cup final. Boys, what a club. Run so well. So that's an example for Leeds to follow. We'll dig at Leeds there. We'll dig at Leeds. Well, I know that again, Tom. I know that in terms of why the game was rescheduled for last night in the end because of the policing for the cricket and all that, the clash and all that crap could have attacked pot today at the same time. But Sky's already said they wanted to show the circus at Elland Road. They could have done both. Let's be honest, they could have done both. Different leagues and all that. Jesus Christ, Sheffield United got no fucking midfield. Every time Forest got the ball last time, they just run through it. They just run at them. There's nothing stopping them, basically. Jesus. You know, it was a five-legged, it made decent ass performance, to be fair. You know. Oh dear, less said about that, the better. Here's the question: out of the teams that, oh, what a goal! That's a superb goal from Palmer of Sheffield United. Jesus Christ! Tanner must be sick of these shots from outside the box. That's all I'm saying. 2 games in, he's been done from outside the box on either side now. Jesus Christ! But I was going to say, out of the teams that are expected to be down there and amongst it all, fighting for survival this season, which manager do you reckon is going to be out of them clubs respectively? Which manager is going to get the chop first? Or what's that save? Turner. EFL got its highest viewing figures at the Leeds Cardiff match every week. Oh, okay. Oh, he has gone down injured. Oh, that could be an ACL. Hopefully he got up. He got up. The way he went down, it didn't look good. Initially didn't see him get up, but he got up. That's cool. God. Following literally just falls on top of the ball there. Tom saying Gary O'Neill for Wolves. That'd be something. Fucking Wolves basically sacking the previous guy, Locatelli, and then fucking sacking his replacement as soon as possible, basically. That'd be mental. That would scream relegation. Here we come. The fuck were they doing him to? Jesus, hell. Looking good for Taylor last night. Fucking Forest have lost this game by the looks of it. Ball in. I got cleared. Danilo. Back to Wall. Sozoya lofting it in. Typical Chris Wood. That's the old school. Can't reverse early seconds either. That's true. But that was typical sort of typical Chris Wood goal basis. Hoof the ball into him and he'll be down the end of it basically. It wasn't like a normal header for him. He's like flicked his head towards it and guided it into the opposite corner. But fair enough. That's what they initially put him in for last winter, sorry. But you say early seconds, they're not adverse at early seconds. How early do you think they're going to panic and press the panic button? Seakeeper needs to put pork chops in kits to get a dog to play with him. Bloody hell. I don't know how to respond to that, but yeah. It is bizarre that literally start of last season they didn't have a search sponsor, and then literally like New Year's Day of last season, obviously last year, of this year, from last season, for the last few months of the season, they suddenly found a search sponsor. And now the new season started, new kit manufacturer and all that. No sponsor again. You couldn't make it up. Oh my God. You know you're coming to an end of a stream and Sam's asking that question to Tom. Jesus Christ. How are we doing? Pardon me. Not too bad considering. I would like to get the fucking podcast numbers back up to what they used to be, the triple figures and all that. Not liking the podcast itself getting low numbers basically. I'm not liking that, to be honest. Need to figure out how to sort that out. Get that back up, going in the right direction again. Put his makeup on for his big show. Steve Kipazaki, he got Bournemouth to the Champions League on a football manager or whatever he did to get him in youth gig. well, we say that, especially in Welsh and all that as well. In fact, you've got as I said, the youth kick of England and all that, and actually won us with that won us a World Cup, the under-17s World Cup. We've got 6 there. So if we win, yeah, we won't get back into the top 4 spots. Yay! Wolves are rock bottom. Villa, Burnley. Burnley and Luton didn't play this weekend because Luton wasn't able to host their game at the Kenny Ground, waiting on fucking Kenilworth Road. Come on, girls, come on. No, I'll come back tomorrow morning. Morning's this afternoon. Time to go and finish this. But yeah, you have to look. You're watching grown lubricated men in small pads rolling around on each other on a large plastic mat. Oh dear. Oh, God. Anyway, moving on. Oh dear. But with that, we are going to wrap things up now because I do need to get some rest because it's a nice early starter yet again for me. Yay, on a Sunday. Fuck hell. In fact, I've got to get up on a Sunday early to make sure I'm awake enough so when I do go live at 10:30 tomorrow morning, I'm not in zombie mode still. And we're ready for hopefully what the girls create history and bring back the World Cup and really bring football home after I think it was 66 in general. We don't want to be inclusive, which we should be. But anyway, yeah, fingers crossed we do it. It's not going to be an easy job. It is Spain. That's all due respect. It's not going to be an easy job, but hey, we've got this far. And we'll be honest, we haven't performed well for the majority of it in terms of getting up to the quarterfinals itself. We weren't performance-wise, we weren't all that. It's only since that quarterfinal against Colombia, every final last week, that we've decided to turn up performance-wise. So hopefully they can do one more big performance, get the result over the line. Don't get cocky. Don't make any mistakes. Get over the line. Get their hands on the trophy. Bring it home. And yeah, just make us world champions. That would be brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. I will be wearing my England shirt tomorrow. Obviously, nothing Arsenal related on me tomorrow, but it is what it is. We'll save that for Monday. But yeah, until then, go take care of yourselves. If you are around tomorrow, do pop in, do smash that like button. The stream is already set up and ready to go. So if you haven't already, go and check it out quickly. Turn on the notifications for that. Smash the like button already for that, and do share that as well. Share that around as well. If you want to become a member, like Tom has, literally it's 99p or £2.99. They're the two prices. The lowest one is 99p, like Tom does. And yeah, the more subs, the more of you become members, the more emojis I can then go off and create for you members to then use in the live chat and use as an interaction and whatever within the chat as well, be it Watchalong, podcasts, whatever. And all money made from memberships will go directly back into the channel anyway, as well. But with that, I'm out of here. I'll see you nice and early 10:30 a.m. UK time for the World Cup final, Spain versus England. Come on, girls. Let's bring it home now, once and for all. End all these years of pain and agony. Bring it home.